The early noughties is considered the golden age for reality television. As the genre was taking off, new shows just kept on coming.
But one series that soared above the rest was The Hills, and viewers just couldn't get enough of it thanks to that incredible cast and that theme song.
No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips.
It was 2006 when we got our first taste of The Hills, starring people like Whitney Port, Lauren Conrad, Brody Jenner, and of course Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt.
You see how I'm not saying them?
Yeah.
I'm very proud of myself.
I feel like your head's about to explode.
So I'm sorry if I disrespected you, but I'm very emotional these days. Very. So I say things that I feel.
The show saw the couple become household names, even kicking off a music career. Fast forward 15 years, and that song has made its way into the charts again, catapulting the singer back into the spotlight.
It's so amazing to be here with all of you. My first festival, my first time performing in London, and to be outside.
And Spencer Pratt joins us now live. Hello, mate. Heidi couldn't be with us this morning. That's understandable. She's had this very, very busy couple of weeks with the new album being released. But for people who keep up with you on socials, Heidi's performance in London looked unbelievable.
First off, thank you to everyone in Australia who not only did they push Heidi's album Superficial to #1 in Australia on the charts, but the new album, Heidiwood, got to #6. So I just want to thank all the Australian viewers. You know, we could talk about England in a second, but Australia, I love you all so much.
You've called her the people's pop star.
Yeah.
I mean, is this the music career that Heidi should have had 15 years ago?
You know, in reflection, because that's all I have now is just looking back at, you know, the decisions we made. I think right after she performed in front of like 1 billion people on the Miss Universe, we should have probably just quit The Hills, got out of the reality TV drama and just really focused on the music, because what people are seeing now is that album, you know, now it's, you look back and all the songwriters that wrote that album for Heidi, you know, they wrote all Beyonce's hits, Rihanna's hits. They were some of the best people in the whole world at the time. And, you know, we just were doing too much at once. So, you know, it's all, I guess, God's will or the timing. But, you know, I think we probably should have just done this 15 years ago, because it's a lot more fun than making up fights with people and, you know, just getting into the gutter on reality. You know, I love reality TV, but it's a lot more fun having people loving you and saying positive things than focusing on just, you know, catty made up drama. So it is, though.
Hey, so much going on, so much good stuff, but it's sweet and sour, right? Because all of this comes on the back of some devastating news for you both, losing your home in the devastating Palisades fires.
Yeah, it's this weird emotional roller coaster of, you know, I try to compartmentalize it and just stay on the music and all the positive things that are going on, but it's really hard because I also still talk to my parents who their house burned down and they had zero insurance. So, you know, yesterday we had this beautiful day where we got flown to New York with Amazon and got to watch the boat races, and it was all great. And then I called to check in on my mom, and my mom's just hysterically crying, you know, nonstop for 40 minutes, and I can't hang up on her because it's your mom, and she's just, so it's just this weird vortex of, you know, so much good and so much horrible that you just got, you know, and you can't, you know, block out the horrible because it's part of your life. But I just keep focusing on all the good, which there is so much happening. And at the end of the day, we do have all these now new opportunities, and we're healthy and our kids are healthy. But yeah, no, it's the worst thing ever. So, you know.
So, Spencer, you say your mum crying. Is that just like, you know, every day, like the new realisation that, you know, the home's missing and it kind of hit, you know, you don't know when it's going to hit you, right?
Yeah, like she couldn't breathe last night because she's like, I'm 80 years old and I don't have a medicine cabinet anymore. I don't have any of my medicine. Yeah. You know, she's like, I know I sound stupid. I'm like, no, Mom, like, you don't sound stupid. Like, I was just rebuying vitamins that I had. it sounds so stupid, but it's just these weird things that just set you off. Like, oh my God, like everything is gone. And, you know, it's great for me because I feel young enough that, you know, I have 2 kids and it's motivation to start at 0 and build back a life. And that cup, I'm like, what's that cup? But like for my parents who are 80, like that was their you know,
Their life.
It's just, yeah, their life and the energy of like trying to rebuild. You can't really have that in it, you know. So I just keep telling my mom and dad, like, you know, you guys, you're right. You know,
It's tough.
you shouldn't. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. So, you know, and then there's 7,000 people like this, you know, in you know, Palisades and Altadena. So it's and the world, you know, I love Australia. Like I personally feel like the world has moved on because there is so many horrible things happening all over the world all day. So it's this weird feeling that, you know, everybody forgot about everybody. I don't feel that because obviously I say the people's princess because on social media there's this group project that keeps helping push Heidi's music to the top of the charts. So I don't feel forgotten, but I feel that from my mom and my dad and their friends and my, you know, so it's like I'm in a weird dream,
Yeah.
but
All
there's a
right.
lot of good. You know, I focus on the good, so it keeps
Yeah.
me
I
very
guess you have to.
positive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and-
guess you have to. Hey, you found fame, of course, on reality TV where people were very quick to judge. Now you share your life on social media, a whole bunch of your life stuff. How do you deal with people having an opinion about everything you do? Or are you kind of used to that after all the reality TV?
You know, one thing I've learned in the ups and downs of fame is you should be more concerned when people don't have an opinion about you, good or bad, because I've seen both where, you know, you have less comments and you're like, where are all the negative comments? Why don't people have anything to say? So you can look at it many ways, but I appreciate anyone having an opinion about my life because there's a lot of things going on in the world and I choose to be focusing on that people are invested in anything I'm doing is a compliment.
Yeah. Any chance we'll see you and Heidi down under in Australia anytime soon?
All it takes is one of these incredible venues to book Heidi to come perform. I didn't think I'd ever be in England again because of, you know, how much plane tickets are and nannies, and England made it happen. Next thing you know, we're in England. So hopefully I've already started eating a lot of Australian food because Snapchat in Australia sent us bags and I'm talking everything that's in the market in Australia we've had in our house. And our kids eat just pretty much only, I don't want to call it junk food, but, you know, all the candies from Australia. So,
you know how you didn't want to call it junk food? Yeah, it's junk food. Now listen, if all you're looking for is a venue, Kylie's got a massive backyard and we'll be happy to host that
Oh,
concert.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, plane tickets in her backyard, and we're ready to go.
It's a lock. Lovely to talk to you this morning. Thanks for talking
Thank
to
you
us.
so much.
All right.
Love
Thank you,
Australia.
Spencer. Sending love to your mum too, and your parents. It's very
I will,
difficult.
Michelle.
Thank
She'll
you.
love to hear that.